Hey guys, David, PeteBodyParadise.com. Another day in the greenhouse, just checking stuff out. Um, just decided to shoot a quick video. Our little curly tornado, one that we trimmed up last week, I guess it was, or whenever. It's got a new little stem coming out. Check it out. Look at that. Looks good. And this was the piece that we just trimmed. We just lopped the top off of it. And as you can see down there, it's, I guess, on the auxiliary bud or whatever, it's setting out a side shoot, which is cool. Took it a little while, but thankfully it did something. This thing has a really good root structure, so I'm not totally surprised that it finally did this, but it's good news either way. And then our golden Lloydellia right here, it's looking good. I really like the way this stuff looks. It's got a nice yellow contrast to the usual greens that we see, so it's a really cool one. Then we got more of our this is more of our 5 for 8 bunch deal, so we've got more of those in. I think we've got 4 or 5 of them available as of right now, so get them while you can. The last one sold out extremely quickly, so they're first come first serve. And like next week we'll probably start getting more, that way we have more available for everybody, because I know that everybody really likes them, because I guess it's pretty cool because you get, you know, a bunch of different species to try out for relatively cheap, and you can see how they do in your tanks. It looks like most of these that they send are immersed grown, or at least, yeah, I mean, if not all of them, most of them probably are immersed grown. They do have roots on them, a lot of them do, but they are immersed, so when you put them in the tank, you know, in the first couple of weeks, they're probably going to shed some of their leaves, if not most of their leaves, and they're going to put on new leaves. So just expect that. Don't think they're dying. Unless they're literally dying, they're probably okay. So as long as the stem looks good and it still looks healthy, even though it's losing leaves, it's probably fine. But you know, if the stems are like rotting out and it's, you know, just mush, then it's obviously not good. So that's how that works. Eventually I think we may start phasing out a lot of the immersed grown stuff, but I still want to keep some of it, because there are some people that are keeping like vivariums and terrariums and stuff that have, you know, where they want the bog type plants. So I don't know, we're gonna probably have a balance of each, but definitely make it known that, you know, a lot of this stuff is immersed grown, and that's just how it comes from the farm. That's how they grow it there, and it does transition pretty easily, especially the like the Bacopa. This is Bacopa caroliniana right here, immersed form. You can tell because it's got the purple flowers on it. And then, you know, the Ludwigia, and then all this other stuff. So, and like Creeping Charlie, I think that's what that is over there, and then Water Wisteria. So, I mean, it's not that unusual, and you know, when pet stores get in their plants, since they get them from farms also, for the most part, you know, they come in like that. So that's just something. It's just something that we all have to deal with. But I am working on a setup that we're going to start transitioning a lot of these plants though, so I think it'll be cool, but it's still a very long project. But I do want to try to get a lot of these guys transitioned when we get them in, and then that way we just have like a month or so turnaround time on our new plants. But you know, it would save other people the headache. So, and here's our new carnivorous plants. These are pitchers. These guys are, I believe these are the Tarnock pitchers right here. Super cool. It's another Tarnock pitcher, and I mean, this guy it's a pretty big plant. I mean, this one's probably 7 or 8 inches tall. And then this little one over here, which this one's got a lot more going on in it though, is a I believe this is Scarlet Bell, and it looks like it hasn't totally formed up its pitchers yet. There's a couple of them, but I don't know much about carnivorous plants, so I'm sure you guys can call me out if I'm just talking crap. So then some Venus flytraps. These are really cool because they come in these little terracotta pots. These are actual real terracotta. They're not plastic or anything, so they're decorative and they're pretty cool. And Venus flytraps are just cool in general. I'm not gonna play with them today, but as of right now, we're not selling these yet, and that's just because I want to make sure that I can keep them happy and healthy here before I start selling them, just so to make sure that we have super healthy stock and we're not just, you know, holding plants until they sell and just hoping they stay alive long enough. I really don't like that kind of concept. I really, when we get plants in here, I try to get them into a somewhat natural environment for that plant, and to where they will adapt and, you know, start thriving. That way when you get the plant, it's going to be like it's straight from the farm. You know, it's going to be a happy, healthy plant, and not one that's been kind of just nursed along for the last few days or weeks or whatever. So yeah, I try not to float the plants or whatever, or just leave them kind of in limbo. I try to get them all planted up and thriving. So our Curly Tornado over here, Jeffrey, is doing awesome. That thing is getting huge. Look at that guy. It's an awesome plant, Jeff. So it's doing really well, and I mean, this thing has gotten a lot bigger. It's probably at least 3 to 4 inches tall now. Probably about 3.5 inches tall. So it's doing really, really good. It's really healthy. It's coming right up, and these other ones have not done a whole lot yet. And I know, like, one of them started to put a little bit of a side shoot out, and it didn't, or it hasn't done anything with that yet. And one of them got shifted, and I pulled it up, and I noticed that it is starting to put roots out. So at least it's got some growth that's going on. The cardinal plants. These are Lobelia cardinalis, the small form cardinal plants. They're pretty cool. And then of course our Star Giant repens, this stuff right here that's been growing out for a while. So it's cool stuff. The big news for today is we've actually got a lot of this stuff coming in tomorrow. So hopefully it comes in good shape. I'm really, really hoping, because I really want to make a lot of this available to you guys. And so we may have this available tomorrow. I'm sure I'll do a video update. This and possibly some Downoy. So yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. So yeah, look forward to that. Everybody's pretty pumped. The Downoy thing, I will list it as soon as I can, and it's kind of first come first serve thing. But I should have a good bit available, assuming that it's in good condition. But we'll see once it gets here. I mean, there's no telling. It's the nature of the beast. So anyway, alright, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Peabody'sParadise.com. Check us out, and goodbye.